Okay, class. Let's look at the problems hindering the development of power and energy in the world. In short, they are the factors limiting energy production. One can also call them causes of energy crisis. Why do we have energy crisis in our countries? Number one, overdependence on oil and its products. Most of our countries, like in Africa, depend on oil and its products, moreover imported. And therefore, this outcompetes other types of power and energy. These countries finally forget about the use of other power and energy sources, and therefore they don't even bother to exploit or to generate these other types because they want to depend on petroleum. Increase in oil prices imposed by the oil producing and exporting countries. Oil producing and exporting countries increase and fix prices for oil and its products, and therefore because of these high prices most of the countries fail to import, and therefore a crisis. Depletion of wood fuel due to overexploitation of forests, wood energy, which one may call firewood, also becomes limited. Economic and political embargoes fixed by rich countries. For example, in 1973, the oil-producing countries in the Middle East imposed oil embargoes by USA because of their interference in Israel and Palestine war. So these embargoes may limit countries to export or import energy from another country. Exertion and deepening of coal mines. Coal is one of the examples of non-renewable source of energy. Its continuous use leads the deepening of the mines and hence exhaustion. And once these coal mines get exhausted, then production will be low, supply will be low, and thus limited research and technology. Limited research and technology may lead to limited supply of power and energy because much is not exploited. Negative government policy. Some governments have negative attitude towards exploitation of different types of power and energy. Lack of enough labor force. We don't have enough labor force, both skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled, to tap and exploit very many different types of power and energy. Weather and climatic conditions may limit generation of, for example, solar energy, because solar energy depends on weather and climate. So when these conditions don't favor, we may not get much of it. Political instabilities also hinder power and energy production because these sectors may not allow workers to work 24 hours because of political insurgencies. Poor means of transport may also hinder power and energy production, especially in transportation of tools, materials, labor to work under that sector. Limited market. If there is no enough market, then it means production will remain low. And crisis. because you can't produce hydroelectric power for 2 families. You need very many families to need that power, and you begin the production. Thank you.